What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. As you can see from the title of this video, I want to talk about how I am convinced that Carlos helps Martell. Martell Holt definitely gets a lot of assistance from Carlos, although the assistance really doesn't help. It doesn't really help. It's not really working. But I can tell that Martell, he would sound so much dumber, so much more unintelligent if he did not get kind of coached by Carlos. And I just don't think that he gets coached with the talking points either. So I'm going to get into all of my examples. Now, before we do that, I do ask that you all please hit the like button on this video, or even the dislike button if you feel led. Then YouTube will recommend this video to more people who enjoy a conversation surrounding love and marriage Huntsville. Whenever you engage with those like and dislike buttons, YouTube will push the video through its algorithm, because then it kind of knows that the video like struck a chord, it caused you all to garner some sort of opinion. That's why those buttons are there, and they do make a difference. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. All right. So the first thing that I want to do, I'm not even going to comment on why I circled the two of them. Not yet. I want to play some sound bites for you all. So Carlos King owns Kingdom Reign Entertainment, which produces Love and Marriage Huntsville. It is my estimation all of the videographers who videotapes the scenes, and then his editors who go back to their studio with their computers, they edit the scenes out, and he is managing all of them. So this first soundbite that I'm going to play for you all, it was like Martell's dating package. So package meaning like, you know, sets of video, different scenes of video. You hear audio on top of it. Even your local news, when the reporter is live in the field, the anchor tosses it to the reporter does their intro, they cue the video. The video is the package. So this is Martell's dating package. And I am convinced that this dating package set the tone for the line of questioning that Carlos questioned Martell on. And I'm totally convinced that Martell was not only privy to the questions ahead of time, he was privy to the answers as well.
Like a veil party invite, sure. Yes, we're enjoying each other. Did you put the down like that? You think that's why? You mentioned something about is her that good to feel like she's gonna keep me. You said that? You might need to get tested. Being a Karen. Millie and I, we had a big showdown in court. You subpoenaed me? What's going on with that ring down on your head now? Is that your own wedding ring? Wishful thinking, that's all. So you thinking Nell gonna take your ass back? She said that she'll pray on us becoming a little bit more cordial. He want me to say a prayer to give him another chance. I prayed about some stuff, but that wasn't one of them. I didn't want to get her together with you. If I asked her, like, hey, what's up? I've been working on myself, and you ever see us get back together? There's nothing that I can do, nothing I can say for you to forgive me for certain things that I've done. No forgiveness. No. Damn. So, Martell, watching all of that back, you seem to be a little bit all over the place, right? Where are you right now when it comes to your female relationships? Are you and Sheree still together? I mean, we never was a couple. You know, we were friends. That's it. Kim, you made a comment that when you saw Sheree at Martell's magazine party, it looked more like a business relationship that you have. Why is that?
I just didn't see the warm fuzzies. You know, the cuddles, the hand holding, the kisses, little tongue. Yeah. That's just me. It just didn't look warm and fuzzy to me.
No, I've never seen y'all. I've probably seen y'all kiss once.
You what?
I've probably seen y'all kiss once or twice.
Lie.
And that was when y'all got married. Y'all just kiss. You know, hold hands and at an event. ain't gonna be just tonguing and all that kind of stuff. I mean, showing public affection.
That's not true.
This don't happen. That's crazy.
No.
How do you feel when people question the validity of your relationship? A lot of them felt that you and Sheree made a pact to have a storyline on each other's show in order to have some sort of relevance in the reality world, since you two are on a hit reality show.
I didn't even want to film on her show. Sheree's a really cool girl. So it wasn't like a business arrangement or anything like that. I wasn't getting nothing out of her. She wasn't getting nothing out of me. We just really enjoyed each other.
You know? I'm just going to say the follow-up to that was a conversation I'm pretty sure we had where you came after me and you were kind of like, why'd you have this conversation with her at my birthday party? If y'all weren't dating, I would be surprised that you would have that conversation.
It did come at you pretty aggressive. Shut up. You were being disrespectful. You talking about the day you was being disrespectful to her? I don't agree with the way you was talking to Tiffany.
I'm going to applaud the training. When you saw Tiffany grill Sheree and even ask her those questions about the P word.
Oh, no, what did she ask you?
Well, and she laying the P down. Yeah. But y'all weren't dating. I'm sorry. That was inappropriate because y'all weren't
dating. It was very inappropriate. Yeah, because it's not like I'm about to marry her. So yeah, you should not have asked those questions, right?
Lewis, when you saw this scene with your wife.
Okay, y'all. So I really wanted to go into that package, Martell's package, because I feel like when it comes to the show, I do think that while Carlos is very much aware of how filming is going, I'm sure he checks in with his crew down in Huntsville when they're filming each season. How's filming going? How's the conversations? Are there any cast members who refuse to give you, anything meaningful, like Destiny? I do think that he does like follow-ups like that throughout the process. But I think when it comes to Martell, and this is just my opinion, I think that Carlos is Martell's individual producer. And I think he low-key manages the man, okay? I think he also functions as a manager for Martell. Now, give me a moment. First of all, just a little side note, they didn't even pick up on Tiffany's sarcasm. Sometimes her humor and sarcasm, it's kind of like you got to have some minimum intellect. And totally it went over Martell's head and nobody else chuckled or peeped it. When she was like, oh, you know what? What I said was very inappropriate because y'all weren't dating. She said it like 3 times, after the package played. She was like, yeah, because, I shouldn't have asked that because y'all weren't dating. And then Martell was like, yeah, we weren't. Like, he didn't get it. Like, dude, you're looking like a liar. It's proven that you're fake dating Sheree. And that's why Tiffany is being so sarcastic. He totally didn't get it. But anyway, I feel like Carlos said, okay, we're going to do like a Martell dating package for the reunion. We're going to show him, dating Sheree. We know that the viewers never did buy it anyway. They didn't really believe that they were together. So now we're just going to have to face it head on, the fake dating. But I'm going to spin it and say that perhaps he was fake dating Sheree because he's still in love with Melody. And then during that package, we saw the scene where he asked Melody to meet with him face to face. It was at some sort of restaurant. She ordered the hot tea. It was $4.70. He inserted his card. He must have a chip card. And then they sat down and he talked about wanting to get back with her. And she said no. Now, remember last weekend, he commented on Carlos King's post saying that they were actors. Martell, I think you are the actor. And I think that Carlos is your manager. And I think that for you, this is a scripted sitcom. We know this is definitely reality TV for Melody and to an extent, Kimmy, with her talking about what she went through with her health crisis. Thank God she is done with that. But I feel like those two giving probably the most reality. And then Stormy just sharing a smidge of like how disastrous it's been hiring family, how her mom's side of the family, they do not get along. And she's had issues with her company and had to hire someone to come in and manage and restructure. So a little bit of reality, but maybe for you, Martell, it is a scripted sitcom. And then Carlos is writing your script, he's producing your scenes, and he is your acting coach. So I feel like to buffer the fake dating, because Carlos doesn't realize that us viewers are not idiots, then he had to come up with that video package showing him trying to get with Melody and then her rejecting him. And then Martell said that, he didn't want to film that scene and producers told him to do it. So then he put Carlos on blast, and then his dating package airs during part 2 of the reunion. Another thing that I want to point out is that, I've felt for a while now that like Martell is Carlos's favorite, along with the Scotts, and everything that he does on this show is geared towards making sure that they feel comfortable and everything is going their way. And what I notice is that, Martell and Carlos, they are matching. Now, I know that Chris Fletcher did wear a red and gold suit to the reunion, but Martell always sits next to Carlos. Melody and Martell always sit on opposite sofas, but next to Carlos. So with Martell and Carlos sitting side by side and they're matching, it's giving this is like a wedding. And then Chris Fletcher would be like the best man. And the reason why I say it's giving wedding is just pointing back to the point of Martell being Carlos's absolute favorite. And he tries to help him as much as he can. But Carlos, as much as you try to structure and create fake storylines for him and Sheree, the truth will always prevail. And the guy is like a chauvinistic jerk. I'm going to make another video about his chauvinism. So there's nothing that you can do to hide the truth, Carlos. The truth is the light, and it's going to totally overpower any darkness. And that's just facts. That's math. So I want to talk with you all about, I actually had, before I get to my next set of examples, I do have some sound bites. So back to Martell saying that they're all actors. No, you're the actor. I do believe that Carlos definitely coaches him, especially for any sort of interviews that he's doing, or like for the reunion, which is basically an interview about the season. So he asked this question, and then Martell gave this answer. I'm going to play the soundbite and then come back with my commentary.
I want to back up first. So, why did you and Sheree stop seeing each other? I want to refocus myself on life and business. And a relationship isn't something I'm trying to be in right now, because a relationship, it's for a man. It takes a lot. Sheree said on her show that you two stopped seeing each other because she couldn't deal with all the negative press you were getting. Really? Oh, I never heard that. I'm sorry, I never heard that.
But Carlos just asked you, why'd you stop dating? And you said, because I wanted to separate myself some time. And we kind of fell into the trap.
Okay. I was dating her. Yeah, you can, we go out, stuff like that. Okay, we were dating. Okay. There were moments that obviously you were seeing Sheree, but you were also really being flirtatious to Melody. Is it hard for you to date women because you still have feelings for your ex-wife? Coming up next on the Love and Marriage Hospital reunion, are you in a relationship right now with your child's mother? No, I'm not single. He's lying. Does he think you're in a relationship?
So Carlos asked Martell, why did you break up with Sheree? He's like, oh, I want to really refocus on my life, focus on business. Okay, I cannot believe you had the nerve to say that, Martell. I'm not 100% convinced that Martell came up with that response on his own. I believe that Carlos let Martell know, look, I'm going to ask you these questions. And for when I ask you, why did you and Sheree break up, say that you wanted to refocus your life. And then Carlos knows that us viewers are smart. He knew that we would say, well, wait a minute. At the reunion for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Sheree said that, Martell had too much negative press, too much drama. So Carlos mentioned that on the reunion to make it not seem like, he hides stuff. And Martell just said, really? I hadn't heard that. And then they kept it short, kept it sweet. And I just feel like that it's pre-produced. And I think that that's very unfair when people like Kiki and Melody, they have to be so truthful. And Kiki is another person. So Melody, then Kiki, and a little bit from Kimmy on sharing true reality on the show. So it's unfair when Kiki gets grilled on whether or not she is abusing substances today. And then, in my opinion, I feel like Carlos is coaching Martell. And of course, everything I'm saying here is my opinion and alleged. And my fair use commentary on these sound bites are allowed thanks to the Copyright Act of 1976. So this next sound bite that I'm going to play for you all, it plays back into that package about, showing Martell trying to get back with Melody. And I do think that he very much so would love for Melody to take him back, most of all for the financial stability, okay? But, he has to say that it's all acting. And I do think that he gets guided by Carlos, and Carlos tells the producers on how to guide the Joker. You know what I'm saying? But this next soundbite is about Martell still loving Melody.
To date women because you still have feelings for your ex-wife.
Who said I has to have feelings for my ex-wife?
Well, the cameras have seen it, and you had a conversation with her. Nelson, you said it to her too.
Recently, when we argued. Well, when we had the scene on the porch, you told me then you still have feelings for Mel. You still love her. If you could change everything, you would change everything, and it would be.
That's the kind of stuff I hear too.
Also said to somebody.
That's the kind of stuff I hear.
Okay, cool.
When you learned that she had this ceremony and was changing her last name back to Rogers, was that the final nail in the coffin of any hope of reconciliation between the two of you?
If she was about to get remarried or something like that, I'd understand. But just going off and just changing name, and I was out of the blues. Like, for what? Why?
Why does it matter to you?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I mean, since it's before me, I'm speaking on it. That's all.
Yeah, I'm just curious. That's all. In terms of why would it
was
matter?
before me. We discussing it, so that's just how I felt.
But you also discussed it with Miss Nell.
We just in the scene. I'm sorry. We were talking about it, so
we talked about it in scene, and we talked about it out of scene.
Yeah, he said little things to me out of scene too. So it's not just for a camera.
You feel like you telling the world right now that you're still in love with Melody. You feel Melody would take that and run with it? Or bury you with the truth?
Yeah. No. We're not getting in trouble with your wife.
There you go. Thanks, Marcel.
What was that, Marcel?
Who is his wife?
Are you in a relationship right now with your child's mother?
No, I'm not. I'm single. Does she think you're in a relationship? That Marcel is hell today, bro.
He's lying.
Oh, what? You think they're in a relationship?
I do, yeah.
Why do you think that?
Because when my kids are there, she's there almost every day.
Does it hurt you that she's around your children?
It does not hurt me, no. More than anything, I go into protective mode. Like, I'm never going to trust someone who adored my family setup so much that they worked their ass off to come between it. Of course, with the help of him, but still.
And our children are perfectly fine.
Like I said, for me, knowing that they are around someone who has said such nasty and vile things about their mother and about their father, even who said multiple things about their father. So you see how he defends her? He's bringing up something directly at me when I'm talking about a person who has for years, as he knows, tried to torture and come in between our marriage, DMing me. And he knows all of those things, and I can keep going. So when he sits there and tries to defend, how dare you?
I'm open, I'm easy when it comes to certain things that you request.
We've had the
But it's
conversation.
difficult when I request
So
something.
here's the thing. I've never had over 11 people watch my children overnight ever. First right of refusal is overnight, not to watch your children. And you have never said, no, they have not.
It's the paperwork.
I know what's in the paperwork. The same way in the paperwork, in the court case where you you were asked if you were in a relationship with Sheree, you said it was a business arrangement. That's in the.
Okay, so that was definitely a loaded soundbite. So, in that soundbite, shout out to Melody when she was talking about coleslaw. You know, I would never trust someone who worked their ass off, meaning all of that FUCKING with a married man that she was doing, okay, all that time. That is what she meant by that, okay? Who does that? Nasty. All right, so in that soundbite, you know, Carlos had to ask about the name changing ceremony. And Martell, how did that make you feel? So he was trying to spin it like the name changing ceremony was so hurtful towards Martell, it hurt his feelings. And I get that Martell is human and all of us human beings were made with emotions and feelings that can get hurt. So I know that he has the capability to feel hurt, but her name changing ceremony, it was beautiful, it was unique, and I said it on another video, it is a Valentine to single women. But it was all about how did it make Martell feel. And he was like, you know, if she remarried, that would be different, but to her to just change it, you know. And I just kind of feel like, you know, why the baby? But I felt like that was a narrative that was pre-produced, so he could try and feel a little sorry and see if the viewers would, you know, if he could garner some support from the viewers. And I just kind of see right through it. It just comes off very, very pre-produced. All right, so I want to also just talk about this week with the bloggers. Now, these three bloggers, one is a reality TV star. I made 3 separate videos about them. And I made the 3 videos, I would say, in about 3.5 days' time. I believe the first one with Funky Dineva came out like Wednesday night or Thursday night. Dr. Heavenly's was okay, so I think Funky Dineva, that video came out Wednesday night. Dr. Heavenly's was like Thursday night, and the Tasha K video, I believe she went live on Friday, and I prepared my commentary earlier this morning. But literally 3 bloggers in a row, 3 straight days. The first 3 days after his charges come out, you got 3 big bloggers with large platforms speaking out in favor of Martell. When I made the Dr. Heavenly video, a few of you all left comments saying, I don't think Carlos asked her to speak a certain way. And definitely we can agree to disagree, but come on, y'all. What are the odds? Don't you find it highly coincidental that 3 bloggers with 3 large platforms all go live Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? They all mention Martell and all speak up for him? Come on now, y'all. I know that Fuckery Friday is Tasha K's thing, so it makes sense that she would go live on Friday. But all Carlos had to do was send her a DM or a Cash App or a phone call, email, whatever. You know, Carlos and Dr. Heavenly are very cool. We all know that they go live every Monday night to recap Married to Medicine. Can you think of how easy it would be for him to contact her? And Funky Dineva, yeah, he's been going live at 8 p.m. to troll Fox Soul's TGIF show. And knowing that, you don't think Carlos made a quick call or sent a quick DM asking him to hook the Scotts up and hook Martell up and kind of drag Melody a little bit, you know? Come on, y'all. The stars don't line up like that now. Carlos had to have asked them to help him out. But even with as large as their platforms are and as many people that watch them, they can't really control the minds and hearts of the viewers of Love and Marriage Huntsville when we can all see through the bull. But it just amazes me how they experience such high favoritism. And, I just feel like they're not worthy of it. Even on your jobs, have you seen It's either they're a good performer, but they may be a jerk to everyone. I mean, people of all races can get it, both genders, young and old, fat and skinny. They are just rude to everybody, but nobody checks them, nobody in management. Or it could be the person, maybe she's got large breasts and nice legs, a low performer, and she gets to stick around as well, and no disciplinary actions. The same bull that happens in corporate America, it's definitely happening on this show. And Martell, he gets this high end 4-star level help, and it still doesn't work for him. But you all let me know in the comments, what do you think about all of the favoritism and the exquisite assistance that Martell gets, and it still doesn't work for him? Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate your support. Please hit the like button on this video, and please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit if you have not already done so. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.